Hey guys, welcome back with Joe Kick again. I'm now in central London, Green Park. I'm going to do some exploit, but I'm not going to tell you really where I'm going to go. I'm going to give you a kind of a surprise. I'm going to keep you curious and anxious. What is next I'm going to go? But just follow me and see where I'm going to go. Just keep following me. Then I will reveal the gems of the secret where I am going today. That means, come on, just follow me along as I'm going. Let's see what I have. Because right now I'm not going to tell you where I'm going to go. It might end up I'm not going to be in that destination due to traffic, flow of people, tourists all over the whole world. They are around here. So that means that just follow me and see what I'm up to today. Okay. We just arrived approaching to the Queen Palace. So this is where we're heading to now.
So that's really, some people have said to me, does he live in one of these rooms here? So there's another question that I can't answer for you. But I also got one a couple of weeks ago. This will make you laugh. When I say I thought I'd heard all the questions, this one really is funny.
We just left one of the queens of the kings, one of the mistress of the queens, and we just got a brief explanation. So just keep following your king and see more for yourself.
So this is where probably the most famous agreement that was signed in here. You've all heard of Zimbabwe. Yeah, it used to be called Rhodesia before it got its independence.
We just arrived the King Palace, the royal home. As I told you, I'm going to give you a surprise. So this is gonna be my exploit today. I'm gonna exploit the King Palace, the Queen's, the late Queen Palace. This is the seat of power, the King Palace, the royal home. When we talk about the seat of power in London, we talk about the King Palace. His Royal Majesty, the Queen, the King of England, Charles III.
Buckingham Palace. The palace takes its name from the house built in 1705 for John Shelford, Duke of Buckingham. It was bought in 1762 by King George III for his wife Queen Charlotte and become known as the Queen's House.
This wasn't the original Buckingham Palace. So there's one of the first things to bring back to your friends and say, well, we saw Buckingham Palace, but it wasn't the original one. The original one was built in 1701. And you can see the remnants of that by looking there to the left. You see the camel-coloured building to the left there. That's part of the original Buckingham Palace. And it goes right round the back. And if later on you've got time to do it, you will see over there on the right-hand side the other end of that. And that, anybody interested in architecture? Not really. Well, very quickly then, just for you, a little bit of quick information on architecture. That colour, that finish, is made from Bath stone, from the town of Bath, which is about 50 miles, 60 miles west of here. And Bath stone, when they analysed it just about 5 or 10 years ago, they discovered that Bath stone had fungi and cells and bacteria in it. That was 200 million years old. Live. It was not live now, of course, but when it was first used, they were able to carbon date it to show that when it was used in there, it had live fungi and cells and so on. So when you see that sort of brown finish, which we'll see at the very end of our trip as well, you know how old it is. It's very, very old indeed. The front bit obviously is much newer, built in the subsequent 200 years, various bits added on, and that is called Portland stone, for those of you who like this slightly. There's the famous balcony that I'm sure you've all seen, where kings and queens wave at us on famous days. And sometimes I used to say to people, I don't really believe it's them waving like this. I believe they've got a big long stick and a hand on the end of it and they just stand there doing this. Very cynical. And a lot of royalty watchers get upset with me when I say that. It's only a joke, so if you're really interrupted, it's just a joke.
The Buckingham Palace has a rich history as a popular tourist destination in London. Originally built in 1703 as private residence for the Duke of Buckingham, it's later become the official residence of the British monarch in 1837. The palace has since become an iconic symbol of the British monarchy and must-visit attraction for tourists from around the world. Its grand architecture, stunning gardens, and historical significance make it a fascinating place to explore.
Did you get the guards?
I
got a tiny bit.
I put
Old guards and new guards.
Yeah.
I know. We knew ahead of time.
We do like
Set
yeah.
up for that.
Why are we standing here for so
A
long?
lot of the stuff that he's talking about, we already know because we were here yesterday.
Yeah,
Because we went to Casa and we stopped by here.
Okay.
And when we first got here, walked right, it was so busy, and I said, you know what, we gotta make sure we go to get things for our bus ride.
bus ride, yeah.
Windsor was not that impressive. It was okay. I was more impressed with the castles up in Ireland.
Yeah, the castle. Yeah.
And then when we came back here, it was not so busy. And my friend, he said, oh, let's go. I said, no, there's not too many people. Best time to film. Because if you try to film over here, you're going to get all, like you said, the back of their heads.
Yeah.
We were able to get up close and everything. Now, there's too many people.
You know, what I was interested in is the guard.
Yes.
Yeah. The guard is quite interesting. Quite
And the
impressive.
guards you have to do is a time limit, where this is not time limit.
No.
This is going to be here for
Yeah.
hundreds of years.
Over this years, yeah. But the guys, we don't see them.
That's
We
right,
have to-
that's
yeah.
right,
So
that's right.
as soon as we could have just gone for them.
Take
But
advantage of it.
unfortunately, I picked them from afar. I could have just walked in there to pick them because
You came over there, you could have got front view.
Free,
Here,
yeah.
look, right here.
oh, they are coming. Oh, good. Are they coming down here?
Visitor can witness the changing of the guard ceremony, which take place daily during the summer months and every other day during the rest of the year. This traditional ceremony involves the changing of the guards and protect the palace, accompanied by music and precision marching. Inside the palace, visitors can explore the staterooms, which are used by the Queen and other members of the royal family to receive and entertain guests on official occasion. These rooms are adorned with beautiful artwork, lavish furnishings, and priceless treasure from the royal collection. During the summer months, when the Queen is not in residence, a limited number of visitors can explore the stateroom and see it firsthand, the opulences and the grandeur of the palace. The tour provides a unique glimpse into the lives of the British monarchy. Buckingham Palace also offers variety of exhibition and special events throughout the year, allowing visitors to dive deeper into history and the role of the monarchy in British society. As a tourist destination, Buckingham Palace offers a captivating blend of history, culture, and royal tradition. It continues to attract millions of visitors each year, providing them with an unforgettable experience in the heart of London.
We are presently in St. James Park, just close or opposite to the King Palace. It has a deep history as well, but however, I have someone who is guiding us around and at the same time explaining a bit of which I don't have much knowledge, but he has much of the knowledge. So, this is St. James Park, which was built by King Charles II. So, the St. James Park is very important and it's also a very important history in the lives of King Charles II because of his father who was beheaded as a king. So, according to history, he placed this in order at least to reduce that pressure and that tension at that time.
Seeing now are just very. Some of you might be experts in Dutch. I've had a couple of people in the trip with me that are really good on what Dutch is, what titles. Just coming down to the back of my group here.
We're presently now in St. James Park. A bit of history.
Where was it that we saw so many?
This is one day. This is park is just close to the palace, to the royal palace. I mean, King Charles III.
James Park and the Tudor. In 1532, King Henry VIII added St. James Parks to his royal collection of deer parks, fenced it off to the general public, and built a hunting lodge that would become the Palace of St. James. The park was a Tudor playground for jousting, feasts, and festival. James Parks to his royal hunting ground. The park was originally a marshland and was transformed into a beautiful landscape with a lake and gardens. It became a popular spot for the Tudor monarchs and their counties to enjoy outdoor activities such as hunting, falconry, and picnic. During the Tudors period, King Henry VIII used St. James Park as a backdrop for his grand processions and pageant. He also built a royal palace known as St. James Palace, adjacent to the park. The palace served as a residence for the monarch and a venue for lavish banquets and masquerade balls. The Tudors were known for their love of elaborate gardens, and St. James Park was no exception. King Henry VIII commissioned the creation of formal gardens within the park, featuring the intricate geometric patterns, fountains, and statues. These gardens were a symbol of the king's power and wealth. Today, St. James Park remains one of London's most iconic green space and is open to the public. Visitors can stroll along the lake, admire the vibrant flower beds, and spot various species of birds and wildlife. The park offers a tranquil oasis in the heart of the bustling city, providing a glimpse into the Tudor history of England.
I have the London idea that might be on my next outing. Today, I'm not ready for London Eye. I'm just interested on St. James Park and the Queen Palace. We're back again to the Queen Palace.
Yes, very pretty.
There's a parade going at the King Guards. That means King Charles III is in there. Today is all about the royal visit. King Charles III. Today, my job is to go around and see what King Charles does and his royal guard. This was quite amazing, right? This was quite amazing parade. I'll try as much as possible to explore everything that the royal guard or what happens in the palace. But I can able to give you all. You can make as much of your research. I've gone to the King's Palace, I've gone to St. James Park, and now I'm where his royal guard are. We are now on the area whereby King Charles I, the only king of England that was executed. This street was the street that he marched on down to execution. So this street is quite respected because was the only king of England that was executed. Much along this, which is called, this road is probably called the Molden Road. But this is the building. This is the King Palace anyway. He normally comes here most of the time as well. So this is massive building. Come on, you don't get it well. you better start coming down here to view. In that direction we have the Commonwealth. We have there the Commonwealth on that area. Finally, I arrived in Trafalgar Square. It's a very big square, very well popular and well known, called the Trafalgar Square. The Trafalgar Square is quite a busy area, but unfortunately they are walking in that I can't just go in to view around. But there is a brief history about that man on top of there, because he did help in World War II. Find out for yourself. Arriving in Trafalgar Square was very important, but I can tell you, I am very exhausted, really exhausted. It has taken me about 4 hours right from the Royal King Palace down to Trafalgar Square. Try as much as possible to video every year, not to leave anything undone just for you. But I'm completely exhausted. I don't know if I can be able to make it, but if I don't, I will see you on Saturday again. But let me see what I can do, if my battery can be able to take me to Westminster Palace. Here we are standing before the King Horse Guard. The King Horse Guard, anyway, just come down here, not far away from Trafalgar Square. That was quite very amazing.
Jack one.
Yeah, this is changing of the horse guard. Yeah, we're done with changing of the guard horse. It was quite amazing. At least that was fabulous. That building out there is the House of Commons, the House of Parliament. So they could use it most of the time also to crown the kings and the queen. But it's House of Commons, of which I get to understood. I'm not an historian, but from what I get to understand, that is what is meant. London House of Commons and Westminster Abbey are both famous tourist attractions in the city. Here where I'm standing is the Westminster Abbey, so don't get it wrong. Here is the Westminster Abbey. While this other area is called the House of Commons and the House of Parliament. Because those areas, they are almost close to each other. The House of Commons, located in the Palace of Westminster, is the lower house of the UK Parliament. and is known for its iconic architecture and historical significance. Visitors can explore the historical chambers, learn about the political history of the UK, and even watch debates and discussions. Westminster Abbey, on the other hand, is a stunning Gothic church located nearby. It is one of the most important religious buildings in the UK and has been the site of numerous royal weddings, coronation, and burial. Visitors can admire the intricate architecture, explore the tombs and memorials of famous figures, and attend services or concerts. Both the House of Commons and Westminster Abbey offer a unique experience for tourists, showcasing the rich history and culture of London.
Elle a dit, non, c'est un mec qui lui a dit on se voit ça, après on va plus loin. Elle a dit, ok. C'est qui? Bah, je sais pas, la vie.
This is Westminster Abbey. So on my next trip, I can be able to go in there, see what history it got. So whenever you are in Westminster Abbey, what you can do, I think probably you can just go in there and see the history it got. But I could be able to review that probably whenever I have time to review earlier in Westminster Abbey. So you just have to know the difference. The House of Commons and Westminster Abbey are not the same, but they live close to each other. I shall end my journey here, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video, and send me comments, subscribe. I will see you next week, Saturday. Goodbye guys, and goodbye for now.